Hola guys, how goes it? I ain't said that in forever.
I don't know, you're wearing a new location too. This doesn't look like the familiar place you've seen for 8 years.
8.5.
8.5 years.
And I was thinking about that too. It was so funny because I was like, you know what, let me pick this camera up and just kind of update y'all. Because we kind of just been MIA. And around, yeah, so we moved from our last apartment into another apartment. So I told y'all that we bought a house in April of 2021. Was it? Yeah, 2021. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we bought a house in April of 2021.
We bought land.
Right, because the house wasn't there yet. So we bought the plot where our house would be April 2021. And we just been kind of going along with the ride of getting a new build. Y'all saw all of the like videos prior to when we bought it, when we drove down there and saw it. So we haven't vlogged since we actually moved from our last apartment. So basically what had happened was, y'all know it'd be a story, right? What had happened was, look at my pretty girl. She's being Journey the Explorer. Yeah. You'll have one when school is over. I'll have to get you guys one.
Look. Miss Fires.
Yes, that is.
Whoa, that's it. Everybody.
No, that's not you. That's from last year, before you started.
So.
That's just Miss Baez. You don't know the people. Alright, go play.
Look it.
Who's that?
Miss Hay.
Mr. Hay. Oh.
Miss Christopher. Miss Kimberly. I don't know what this name is.
Look at you.
So.
Alright, go play. Let mommy finish talking.
Don't go to my stuff.
That's super cool that she knows the people. So, yeah. Basically what had happened was, we were month to month on our last lease. Because, of course, when you do a new build, you go outside and eat them. Not in your room.
That's right here.
I asked you to go so that I can finish talking. I gotta pee now. Here, hold this. It's a mess.
I'll continue. I'm changing the narrative. So, yes, we told you guys we were moving, and we did, but not to the designated destination. The thing I really didn't want to do was move before we moved. I guess the only good thing is that most of the stuff's in boxes, so it'll be an easier move, and we just got to pack up the stuff that we have here. But we had to move before we moved, which was unfortunate. So here we are, and I'm gonna give it back to Mrs. Provoville because she's over here wanting to tell her side of the story.
Really? It's not my side of the story.
You just said that, even though we both moved, and all four of us are.
So yeah, so what happened was, we was month to month on our last lease, and we wasn't paying what they wanted us to pay. So basically they rented our apartment, and we had to move. So that's a long story short. Y'all know when people like long story short, and then they talk to y'all for like 20 minutes. No, it was literally long story short. They was trying to rob people. They tried. We could have stayed there, but they wanted an arm and a leg and a foot for a 2-bedroom. And the new property management company that took over, they was not hitting for nothing. That made me want to pay the money they was asking for. I couldn't. So we ended up finding another location, smaller spot. And it's actually like, it's smaller, but it's a few things that they have that's like better than our last one. Like our patio. Y'all look, our patio looks awesome. We actually have a big patio. Look how big this patio is, y'all. Compared to our last patio. Like, like that's my favorite. That's my favorite part is the patio because it's bigger. And I even like the front because we have our own, like all this is ours. So we could decorate. Really, we can decorate or whatever, you know, if you want to put something out there. And what we got? What we got? Perfect. Thought that was cool too. But other than that, it's too bad. Babe, can you take the macaroni out? I smell it.
Macaroni. And my puppy in my tummy.
So yeah, it's a 2-2. So the kids are in one room. They've been sharing and they've been doing fine. But yeah, so we basically smaller spot. So we had to move, which was annoying because we really wanted to stay where we were because of course you gotta get storage. Thank God, you know, we got family that live next door. Our neighbors, the rest of our stuff is in a garage. So happy for them, thankful for them, and that they had a garage because all of our stuff didn't fit in the storage that we found. So it was like a whole mess. It was a mess. But we here and we making the most of it. It's working for what we needed, you know, what we need to do. We thankful for being able to actually be able to move and have a place to stay because y'all know I work from home. So I can't just stay anywhere. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So we take the kids to school and pick them up now because they're not on the bus route. And of course, even though we're out of like the school lines, the principal knows us, so like he wasn't stressing out about that. He was like, oh, they can stay. Because when we moving, he was like, they can still stay. They don't have to leave. So I was happy about that. But yeah, so we just got our closing date, y'all. Hold on.
That didn't just happen.
I like to dig everything.
Okay, girl.
When dirty? So Liz is dirty. So yeah, we got our news. We got our closing date, y'all. We're so happy.
We're 60 days.
Man, 60 days out. Like literally. It brought tears to my eyes because when you get a new build, like it seems surreal for me. It's like surreal because it's not there. And like we go down there and we see it, you know, they do different things and stuff to it, but like it's surreal because it ain't there. And like I ain't got no date yet, so like it's like, oh, we have a house, we bought a house, but we don't know when we're moving into it. So today we got our closing date, and so
it's definitely like
I'm happy.
It's starting.
I'm nervous because it's different. Sorry, I'm nervous because it's a house, y'all. Like I'm super excited about it, and I'm super nervous about it because like now we are the responsible parties for this property. So,
but I mean,
but I think it's gonna be super cool.
New build. We got one. Like I'm excited.
It's still different. It's different though.
It's different. I
am happy though that the kids will be able to finish out their school year. So Aiden will be graduating from elementary school. Like, cause that's where my heart was torn. Like, because he has been at that school since he started school, and if we moved, they were going to transfer. And so I was just like so torn because I'm like, dang, he did all of elementary school literally with these kids, and now he has to move
like a month before
and not even know nobody. And then where we're moving to 6th grade is not elementary school, it's actually junior high like it was for me growing up. So he wouldn't have graduated out of elementary school basically. And I was so torn. Like I was really torn. But now that we have a closed date, it's not a long time. They don't have a long for the rest of the school year. So like hubby is gonna bring them to school.
Yeah, it's gonna be
because it just defeats the purpose. Like they won't be in school that long, not doing that much, where that it would defeat the purpose. So he gets to graduate with all of his friends that he's been going to school with for the past 7 years, because he did kindergarten and then 1st through 6th. So he gets to graduate with the people that he know, so like I'm super happy. She gets to finish out her first year of elementary school, kindergarten, which I'm happy about because her teacher is amazing. And she'll be able to finish out with the people that she knows. And then next year they'll both start out fresh. They'll both be in the same school next year, which I'm super excited for. That she doesn't have to be on her own. So I thought she was holding something to her forehead.
She hit her head somewhere. Or something fell on her head, or she scratched her head. You scratched your head? Your forehead?
So yeah, like, man, that closing day, it hit different. Like, I can't, man, y'all. We've been talking about this forever. Like, this has been a thought forever. When things just didn't align. And y'all, it's aligned now. And we are so happy. Like, so happy.
To get that is like...
Look at. See this?
It's more official now because now you're at the finish line. Like, you're at the finish line. And we went there a week ago for the frame inspection, and even then we had a delay with
get down, please. Thank you.
Had a delay with the lathe, is what they call it, which is the wrapping that goes around the house before they put the stucco on. And with it being 2022, with it being shortages on everything, and the imports of goods being stalled, and everything that's just going on in the world, like, we didn't know if our house was going to even be done a few months ago. Like, I legit was like, man,
we're probably going to be delayed.
It's going to be delayed. And we had delays. We had several months. Because
our house set for, like, the concrete, the base of the house, set for like 3 months.
Without
we was like, what's going on?
And then it put then the frame went up in 2 days.
It's set, right. And then it's set for like another month. No, it's set for like what, 2 months?
It's set for like 6 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks because of the we needed to do the inspection, but then we needed to have the lathe before the inspection. So when we went out Friday and they got the frame inspection passed, he was like, oh, Friday, the frame inspection. He's like, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, insulation drywall. We're done with that. Then we're talking driveway. And my buddy's getting sorry, there's a fly. My buddy's getting a house built too. His driveway's been up for the last 2 months.
Do they have a regular driveway now?
That's why.
Oh, okay.
So he was saying that we have a paver driveway, so the paver driveways get put on almost last.
Yeah. I know these flies, y'all. We don't even come out here that often. Journey be out here the most, and it's like we out here being attacked by flies.
So we didn't. He was talking. He said driveway. Then after driveway, we put the floors down, and I'm just like, whoa! Like he was talking
like we literally
fast.
went down there, and then he was just laying out the rest, and it was like it's crazy to think how long the process was, and then when you get to this certain spot, it's like
yeah.
But I will say that if you happen to get a new build, being the first house on the block, you're gonna be delayed because all the other houses that came after us, they're up. They looking just like we looking, and we set for like 3-4 months.
They did a good. They benefited off of us.
Yeah.
So theirs took
it was super crazy.
8 months.
Yeah, literally
9 months. Ours took the full 12. Took a full year.
Full year. So that's just the FYI. If you are getting a new build.
But if you do be the first to buy the house, you will get a better deal. I would tell you
that's true. Yeah.
Because now our house is.
We got value because the prices have went up since we bought our house. They've gone up,
so
that's a good thing too. Like it's pros and cons to it. Like we did have to wait longer,
like,
so it's kind of like a back and forth. But if you have a stable place to stay, like for us, we're an apartment, so like leases end, and then like not all apartments do short-term leases, and then when they do, it costs way more to do short-term, and like we needed short-term. So it's pros and cons to it, but like if you have a place to stay when you're getting the house built, then you're fine. Like it's not really a big deal. But if you know that you might have a lease, you have to, you know, well, leases you have to give 60-day notice, and most places out here anyway, you know, so it makes a difference, you know. But I'm just, listen, I am thankful. God has really blessed us, like, because we weren't expecting to even purchase a new build. And I like the new build because it's not custom, because custom homes is pretty much everything all you design, how the layout is. But when you do new builds, some new builds, they only have, you know, 1 or 2, 3 options. Am I heavy? Because I know I'm sitting on your what you call. I know they have options, but their options are limited.
Put your dress down.
And but like for us, we actually had, you know, different options, so it was cool. It was a cool experience to be able to pick the things that we picked. And of course, when you go and look at new builds, everything that you see in the model home is upgrade. Everything from the baseboards to the lighting that's in there, everything to the fixtures to the sink, like everything is a upgrade. I tell y'all, everything's an upgrade. So like, know your price point, know your budget. No. So, and know that when you go into that new build, okay, and that model home, everything's upgrade. No. Nothing is nothing is normal. So, which was fine because they have decent, like, it's not, some of the upgrades are reasonable, some of the upgrades, you know, I mean, you can go, you know, but the stuff is not like bad. So we were able to get some new things, and like we have contractors that we know, so like some of the things that we didn't get, we can get later, and we can change later. And we've been like researching and studying our DIYs, baby, because let me tell you, we're about to be up in that DIYing a lot of stuff. So that's the part that we are excited for, to actually go in and DIY and put like our stamp on it. But when we were there last week, we were able to actually go in and actually sign the framing, some of the framing on the walls before they actually put the drywall and stuff up. So that was actually cool, and I'm happy that we actually did that, because we wouldn't have been able to do that